Hey everyone, welcome back to Deadly Premonition 2. In the last episode, we were entering the other world, and we got a little glimpse of what happened to Lise. We found out that her mother, Galena, actually was the one that killed her. There was the whole little red seed, whatever that stuff is, involvement, and we don't know what possessed her mother to do what she did, but it didn't exactly sound like Lise was not enjoying it. So hopefully that's going to be explained a little bit better. I did realize that the sound effects from like the otherworld monsters, the clowns spawning in, was like ridiculously high. So I did try to adjust that. So hopefully that's a little bit better. I know whenever that happens, like, it overpowers the microphone. So I found that out in post-editing. So hopefully that will resolve that. And hopefully my mic just kind of goes over the game itself. So we made a little bit of adjustments for that. I did go back and do the bowling stuff. And oh my god, some of that stuff was terrible. I'll insert the clip of me finishing the task that was like a 0.3% success rate. So I'll post that in here as well. Ooh! That might be good. That might be good. Yes! Woo! Yeah! Got it! About time. 48 minutes later. Holy shit. Damn, I'm good. Then they had just the normal bowling where you did the 10 frames. And that would give you rewards. That's going to take forever, so I'll do that whenever I have free time and want to get whatever little rewards that there are. I did equip some of the rewards that I got from other stuff that gave me a little bit better stat bonuses. But we got back here to York's room, and I'm all stinky. So I came in here to try to take a shower, and it's all broke. So it tells me that I need to inspect the water valve between these two sets of times to try to fix the water. So I don't know how being stinky is going to affect progression. So I guess I'm going to go try to finish or fix that, since I believe I'm within those time frames now. Yeah. To try to figure out what the hell. Because, I mean, I'm in this nice big hotel or motel, whatever the hell it is. And I gotta stink. Look at these flies. Like, they're the only friends that we have. Well, aside from Zach, but that doesn't count. So I'm going to go try to figure this out and then come back, and then we'll go back into the layout while then I'm damaging over here with my tacks. So I'm going to go do that and try to figure out what the hell we're supposed to do from there. I did complete a couple other odd and end things, but there's nothing really spectacular. And then I was also trying to figure out if I use their little Uber service, am I going to get rewarded for traveling specific distances? Because I was just kind of running around everywhere just doing the skateboard bullshit, and I was getting so much money every like 5 miles that I was traveling, and you have to pay for your hotel stay every couple days. I don't know how many days. It's like $160 or $180. So I gotta make sure to keep my money up, because automatically stuff gets taken out. And whenever I was doing bowling, I spent like $250 bowling. Like, what the hell, guys? So, okay, let me try to figure this out so I can get less stinky, and then I'll return to you. Okay, so I actually got around to the right time. Whenever I went to go do it, it was only 12 something, and I misread it and had to be 1400 hours or 2 p.m. So now we're able to talk to this guy, and he should be able to get this shit fixed. So call specialist, have it sorted immediately. How long is that shit gonna take? They'll be here by next week. What the hell? Okay, 3rd floor next to the kitchen. Gotcha. I don't want to be all stanky for another week. I don't think people will like me. Not like they like me now anyway. Because I shoved my badge in their face. So can I go in this room here? No? Oh, there's a valve. Time to fuck with this. Don't mind me just doing some plumbing work. Cool, can I go shower now? Oop, sounds like yes. Maybe not. Oh god, am I gonna have to go to that other one that's in the bathroom?
Mr.
So after talking with him again, they tell me to talk to someone else. Now I have to wait until 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Yeah, 11 a.m. or 20 to 2200 hours. And it is nowhere near that. Come on, let me the fuck out. Can I... There we fucking go. God, that's so annoying. Okay, so I slept. Now I'm hungry. Alright, so here's this guy. Let's talk to him.
Boy.
What's up? Let's see. Oh, you're gonna be fucking kidding me. Tighten the water valve in the hallway on the second floor. Jesus criminy. Okay, so here's this one. There's one more in the bathroom, so I'm betting I'm gonna have to do one more after this. What the hell did that say? Inspect the valve. 6 to 8:30, 11 to 13:30, 17 to 19:30. Hear something from chef. Holy Jesus, what time is it now? 2012. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so I slept. Now I'm at the time frame for
Hello
chef.
there.
Please just get this figured out. Yeah, the last one that's in the bathroom. Yeah, I bet you like all these flies flying around your food, don't Oh, can I just throw myself down the steps? Okay, so here's that, but I still want to know what's going on under here. You can see like all that stuff under that door. So I wonder what's going on in there. Hey, let me in. I want to party. Alright, so we did the last one. Let's see if I have water now. This is kind of annoying. Hey, look at that. There we go. Alright. Oh, that internal dialogue doesn't sound too important. Oh, did we get a bead? Alright, that's another bead for the mirror quest. Oh, I threw that paper away. I had all those written down of like the little hints that he gave me. Oops. Oh well.
Zach, let's go over our progress. We've got a complicated case on our hands this time, especially as far as the Clarksons' relationships go. But in a way, it's also a simple one. Understanding them on a deeper level is the most efficient way to uncover the truth behind all this. That's the one thing I'm sure of.
Evidence organization. Oh, this isn't going to be too fun.
Zach, let's start with the people who were closest to the victim. Lise Clarkson, the victim, is the granddaughter of the current head of the Clarkson family. Her mother is Galena, an ex-actress, and Lise clearly inherited her beauty.
And she's the one that killed her.
Except for her eyes, that is. Lisa's eye color matches that of her father's. Now, do you remember who Lise Clarkson's father is?
Yeah, not Melvin. Is it? I don't fucking know. I don't pay attention.
That's
Hey,
right.
I'm so smart.
Lisa's father is Danny Clarkson. His real name is Daniel E. Clarkson. He's from Florida and used to be the CEO of a talent agency. Danny struck the heart of Galena and successfully became a member of the esteemed Clarkson family.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was married into the family. That's right. That was talked about when we got to the plantation before we entered the other world.
Despite being the son-in-law, he acts like he was born a Clarkson. But he's still just the son-in-law. Next comes what happened to Lise. According to Alexis, Lise said that the man was as tall as an oak tree. I believe that's the same 10-foot tall giant who made the fingerprints we found in the cold storage warehouse. Now, what did this man do to Lise prior to her murder?
Oh hell, I don't know. Time to just pick one. Stalker.
Yes, that's it, Zach. The man as tall as an oak tree
I'm
followed
so good
Lise
at
around
guessing.
and watched her. Despite his towering stature, he must have been rather shy. Or perhaps he was merely biding his time and planned to kidnap her from the very start. If that's the case, there should have been some evidence left at the scene of the crime. Zach, we're still missing some puzzle pieces. Speaking of the scene of the crime, I did some profiling in the plantation's control room. The truth it revealed to us was nauseating and horrific. But we need to touch upon it if we wish to proceed. Isn't that right, Zach? Who actually murdered Lise Clarkson?
It was Galena.
Yes, that's right. Lisa's own mother killed her, while she was dreaming about some bizarre new world. This is by far the vilest and ugliest crime we've ever seen. The fact that Galena set up her daughter's body at an altar makes this case even more complicated. Remember, not a single sacrificial human murder has ever been proven and documented in all of American history. The real world is far more complex than what we see in films and video games, and sacrificing a human life for something else is no easy task. In conclusion, Zach, through our investigation, we found one character who sticks out more than anyone else. You know exactly who I'm thinking about, don't you? We'll need to have a word with her in the near future. Who's the stylish woman we saw during the profiling?
Yeah, I like how... Damn, can I get the wrong answer here?
Professor R. We haven't met her yet, but she's deeply intertwined with this case.
Well, based off talking with Melvin, I think that's the sheriff's name, he says that Professor R isn't exactly a her, so I don't know what that'll constitute.
Let's wait for the skeletal gentleman to guide us to her with an oracle. Well, Zach, what do you think? Isn't the Deep South something? The people here are just as warm as the weather, and the food is to die for. Might be nice to move down here after I retire. What, still too early to talk about that? You may be right. After all, this case has only just begun.
Oh wow, I got $10 for doing this little mini exercise. I wonder who paid us that. Did I find it in the couch?
Galena can't be the killer. They're making all this shit up.
Dude, they got a pet crocodile.
If what you say is true, Daniel, how do you plan to prove it? It's nearly been a century since the Clarksons first took control of Lucari. 100 years. I always thought my legacy would live on for 2. No, 300 at least.
I'm gonna find the real killer and beat the living dog shit out of him.
Yet it looks to me like times have changed. We ain't in the good old days no more. You understand me, boy.
Yes, sir. I'm right there with you, Pa. I'm gonna continue what you started, sir, and make the Clarkson family strong again. But first, I need to find whoever really killed Lise and bash their fucking brains in.
I saw this coming. Ever since the day Lenny left home, the town of Lucare has been cursed. We can't stop what's happening now. It's too late. It's beyond me. No. It's beyond the minds of anyone who comes from the olden days. You understand me now, boy?
The olden
Yes, sir.
days.
Believe me, I do. I'll kill him. Just leave everything to me, Pa.
Are you serious about this?
Yes, sir. Right hand of God. Look right in my eyes. I ain't lying. I'm serious. I just need you to lend me some troops, sir. We need retribution right now. That's the job I've been given, and I intend to do it.
Well then, let me ask you one more time. Are you serious about this?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm a Clarkson, and all Clarksons have a job to do. Isn't that what we always say?
Then I'll need an arm.
Yeah. What?
Well now, you want to use my troops, I'm gonna need to know whether or not you're really serious about this. Just one arm. Slide it on through that wire there, and it'll take care of it for you.
Paul, I mean, you're joking, right?
Daniel, have I ever told you a single joke?
No, but...
If you want to become a real Clarkson, then you done got yourself a job to do.
I wonder if that mindset is why he's missing an eye.
Wait, Paul, I get it now. You want me to stick it in and then pull it out at the last minute, right? You want to see if I got guts or not, but there's gonna be another way.
You don't exactly
be
need to tie
serious,
a
sir.
piece of meat to another piece of meat.
Hey, knock it off, you assholes! Let me go! He's just joking with me. Let me go, goddammit! Oh, please, sir, don't do this! Just tell me this is a joke, please!
I am a Clarkson. And no matter how our fortune falls, all Clarksons have a job to do. That be the law of this land.
See, I felt that Danny was going to have something like fuck him up, but I didn't think it was going to be that. Does she have a tattoo of a hand reaching for a cupcake? I like it. Oh wow. That was an entire episode. I did not know that that was going to be how that was broken down. So for me to do that, one episode, I don't know how many episodes there's going to be, and the actual game breakdown, it took 10, going close to 11 hours and past 3 days. So it seems as though I have to pay for the hotel stay daily, because I did see that pop up whenever I did sleep in between finding the shit for those valves. So this is kind of irrelevant information. Breach of contract, yeah, I punched the kid. So, oops. And then I hit somebody with a skateboard by accident. So, neat. And that's all the shit that I killed. Alright, cool. Good job, me.
York, you can hear me, right?
Oh.
I'll be with you soon.
Whichever direction I go, I have to walk
not
forward.
sad.
I mean, no, never mind. I was going to say I could use the
Honestly,
right thumbstick, but that was
can't wait.
wrong.
It's all I think about lately. I mean, we'll be together again. We'll get to discuss movies, food again. Everyone around here has bad taste. They don't understand things the way we do. It's a shitty world filled with shitty people. Oh, that reminds me. There are movie theaters and restaurants over there, right? As soon as I get there, let's go grab some peanut butter hamburgers and yogurt smoothies.
That sounds horrible.
So excited, York.
So this is Zach talking to York instead of York talking to Zach.
Please, York, don't rush me. You just need to wait a bit longer. I still have one job left to do. I need to finish it.
It's the ferry. That's the ferry he was talking about in the beginning.
Just give me a little more time, okay?
Ooh, nap time.
So, Lisa's mother, Galena Clarkson, confessed to murdering Lise.
So we're back to this interrogation bullshit. So they're talking with Zach, which Zach was the internal and York was the external. Now I'm guessing, if I'm remembering things right, York is internal now. And we actually did see the quote-unquote fairy that he was talking about in the very beginning.
But then immediately afterwards, she went insane. So you had no choice but to detain her. What a terribly convenient story. You were the first person to find the suspect hiding at a farm on the edge of town. And you even got her to confess to the crime, right then and there. Did anyone else get a chance to hear Galena's confession?
Only us.
How did you even find that shack in the first place?
Metaphysical offender profiling.
Meta what? Should I know this word?
Metaphysical offender profiling. The term appears 6 times in the Le Carré report and 14 times in the 2010 Greenvale report. As long as you're solving cases, the people in charge don't really care what sort of words you use. But we're different. You utilized a highly abnormal method to instantly hone in on a suspect. Then you did it again and again. And every time you used it, one term kept appearing in your files. Mr. Morgan, would you mind explaining to us what this term means?
We could try. But no matter what words we used, you'd never be able to understand. You see, it doesn't pertain to this side. Come, my fairy. Stop hiding back there and give them the explanation they so desire. What? You're too shy?
Mr. Morgan? Mr. Morgan!
Come on out.
Is that all you have to say? Don't underestimate me, Morgan. I know you and the Clarksons share a deeper connection, much deeper than how it appears on the surface. I need to shake him with something else that's directly connected to the Clarksons. I'm gonna jog his memory by force.
Oh boy, more of this. How many things do we have? Case files, photos, old messy letters, and that's it. Let's start here.
Those letters look very old. The postmark suggests they were sent out from Louisiana. And I suspect that dragonfly mark belongs to the Clarkson family.
Maybe. So what if it does?
A stalker has been harassing Patricia Clarkson for several years now.
I guess those other two items didn't really matter. I guess that was the preferred option.
Did you know about this? Constant silent phone calls, unmarked letters. She also spotted a suspicious figure lurking near her mansion several times. And just last week, her employees spotted a strange figure lurking in the vicinity. The day someone else coincidentally used your alias and traveled to Louisiana.
That's very intriguing. Aligned symbolism.
Lise Clarkson also reported being harassed by a stalker just before she was murdered. You're aware of this, correct? Because I didn't find any mention of this in your report.
No direct connection to the case. That's what we must have thought.
The visionary lies to himself, the liar only to others. Which are you?
That's enough for now. This all has nothing to do with the case. Besides, there's no evidence that proves those letters are from her. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Oh, okay. Now I can do these other two. Let's do the photos.
Mr. Morgan, according to you, at the beginning of this case, the victim's body was being stored in the warehouse on purpose. Is that the truth? They really put her body there alongside food and other perishables?
It's in the report.
No. The report only says it was stored using the most effective and shockingly inhuman method possible.
If you can think of a better phrase, we're all ears.
The report isn't wrong, you know. In fact, that might actually be the most accurate way of describing it. It's precise, and it's also kinda poetic.
Wow, Simon. We never would have taken you for a poet.
Right?
You two think this is a joke? Lise Clarkson's body was discovered in that cold storage warehouse after 14 long years. If you'd only done a proper investigation, we probably would have found her much sooner. That poor girl.
We still regret the fact that we never got to meet her. We're sorry, from the bottoms of our hearts.
I only hope it didn't happen that way by design.
Will you comfort me? Thank you, my fairy.
I knew it wouldn't go that easily. Maybe I should try asking my questions in a different way. I could use Agent Jones here.
It's bugging you, isn't it, Aaliyah?
Huh?
I get it. It's bugging me too. It's even got my heart racing a little. I mean, look at this. Nothing but DVDs. Not a single Blu-ray in sight. Just pure, unadulterated DVDs. And he's got VHS tapes, too. I don't even have a VHS player in my house anymore.
I also do not have a VHS player.
Whoa, look at this. Check it out. This one's got a lot of pizza in it, remember?
You're not wrong, Simon. There's a very large quantity of pizza in that film. 1987, directed by Mel Brooks. The version on that tape is the one we recorded back when you could catch it on cable TV.
Seriously? Damn, Morgan, that's incredible. You're really living the dream, man.
I hope you both haven't forgotten that this conversation is also being recorded. This is a nice building. Layout isn't bad either. Whew. Must be rather expensive to rent a place like this in Boston. How many other rooms are there in this apartment? That room over there your bedroom?
Why so curious, Belle? It almost sounds as if you're seeing this place for the first time. Aside from the hardware shop on the first floor, every apartment in this building has the exact same layout. We're well aware that you studied the layout of this apartment before you came to see us. There's no need to act so roundabout. Just be honest. Say it. I want to see your bedroom.
Well then?
Doesn't mean we'll let you see it, though.
Yeah, that'll learn ya.
Agent Jones. Are you paying attention? Or do you intend to waste Mr. Morgan's precious time?
No. Sorry. I'm just a little tired. I'm listening.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Didn't they teach you any manners at Quantico?
Oh, right. Guess they slipped my mind. My bad. I'm actually kinda nervous. I'm not used to this sort of thing. Data analysis is my specialty, you know. I'm sure I'd be able to calm down a bit if I had some pizza, though.
The FBI needs to do something about their lack of personnel. I'll have to ask the questions myself. But how should I start? Maybe I should look back over the files and calmly reassess the situation. After you arrested Galena Clarkson, you had a run-in with the Clarksons. At least that's what it says in the report. What exactly happened there?
Just a simple run-in, that's all. Nothing but a single phenomenon. Chasing hollow instances like that won't lead you closer to the truth. Truth doesn't work like that.
A hollow phenomenon, which resulted in a mountain of corpses.
Oh, Belle, we think we finally understand what you're trying to say, but don't be so voracious. How about another cup of coffee? We've still got a long way to go, you know.
I really hope that there's not a lot of these interrogation bullshits.
Yes. It's coarsely ground, so there should only be 4 teaspoons per cup. No more, no less. Next, the coffee travels from the funnel to the siphon. Simon, normally you only do surveillance in order to gather data, correct? Hiding microphones and cameras, sifting through garbage, wiretapping, shadowing, tracing credit card histories. You'll do whatever it takes to gather data in order to prevent crimes. That's how the FBI works.
Well, yeah, you're right. No reason in hiding it now, I guess. Why do you ask?
Our Southern Belle has adopted a very peculiar MO. It's almost like she has a special power, just like us. You've been watching us this entire time, haven't you, Belle? From that window.
I don't need to answer that question.
You came here on New Year's Eve. then spent 49 hours watching us until you returned to your hotel room last night. You observed us the entire time without sleep or rest, and you only ate once, some pizza delivered by Simon. Aside from that, you never drank any water or relieved yourself. You simply sat there and continued to watch us. You have visions, too, don't you? You came here solely to hear us talk, didn't you? But then, why bother watching us for over 2 days beforehand? You didn't come to talk with us. You came because you wanted to see this apartment with your own eyes, and because you're already convinced of something. Isn't that right? He who fights with monsters should see to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you.
But I...
Oh, coffee. Thank you, my fairy.
He just kind of put her in her place.
If you hadn't been paying attention, this coffee would have all gone to waste. The pus in our brains. It really has a way of interfering with our lives. I didn't remember.
Oh. What the Christ? This is friggin' delicious. I thought I was gonna shit myself for a second there.
Maybe it's that cat shit coffee where they eat the coffee bean shit, and then they process it from their shit. I don't know what it's called.
Come on, Aaliyah, take a sip. Trust me. I'm not exaggerating here.
I don't believe it. It's better than any coffee I've ever tasted.
Of course it is. Coffee is a sacred drink. Coffee saved us. If not for its oracle, we would be on the other side right now. So I never forget to pay my respects to coffee, especially at critical moments like this.
Big black cumulonimbus clouds are in the sky, and that sound. Thunder snow is coming.
What's thunder snow?
Do you hear that thunder? It's probably gonna snow soon.
We're in Massachusetts. That's the norm for this time of year.
Well, I'm not used to the cold. If possible, I'd like to finish this up before we get stuck in a snowstorm. Agent Jones, after we're done here,
Get your damn hands out of your damn pockets, boy.
Agent Jones, is something the matter? Snap out of it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know.
Do you? Then stop daydreaming.
Okay.
You just what?
My stomach's been letting some thunder loose, too.
He is over there shitting himself.
Thunder?
That coffee was just so good,
It what? We don't have all day here.
The coffee was just so good, it, summoned forth a massive tsunami from within me.
Diarrhea.
Excuse me? What is wrong with you? Now is really not the time for this.
Right door at the end of the hallway.
Thanks, pal. Hold on. You can make it. You can do this. It's not very far.
I would have liked to have seen him waddle away.
We promise you, we did not put laxatives in the coffee. Coffee is a sacred drink, remember?
Motherfucker. There's no doubt that the report omitted information linking Morgan to the Clarksons. I need to get him to confess. Oh yeah. That reminds me, there's a secret weapon in Agent Jones's briefcase. Mr. Morgan, I heard that you were always a smoker. Did you ever wonder if that was the reason you contracted your illness?
What does that have to do with this case?
Nothing. I'm just personally curious about it.
Sometimes, people die in car accidents, regardless of how well they take care of their health. Other times, they slip on their bathroom floors and crack open their heads. Isn't that right, my fairy?
I'm not concerned with statistics. I'm just curious about you, right here, right now.
We switched over from nicotine to this. It's less addictive. That's one step in the right direction, isn't it?
Perhaps. If we're talking about withdrawal symptoms or physical dependencies. But it still seems like you're smoking too much at once. Honestly, it looks to me like you have a mental dependency.
Maybe. But so what if we do?
Surely you know about gateway drugs, yes? When a person starts to use one drug, it becomes much easier for them to branch out and try other drugs as well.
This is going to be like an AA meeting or like a DARE meeting. Now, some people may not know what DARE was.
The first drug acts as the gateway that leads them to stronger substances.
Oh. Are you trying to say that's going to happen to us?
No. I'm simply saying there's a possibility.
What's
Have
that?
you ever seen this before? And please, don't say no.
Sang Rouge. The drug we once chased. What about it?
Sang Rouge is still circulating. It's changed shape and its composition is slightly different now. But it's still very much alive. But only in a very limited part of Louisiana. You aren't surprised? Did you somehow know this would happen?
Copies of another drug being circulated isn't exactly a rare case.
But Sang Rouge is special. The inimitable Enigma powder. The origin. It has many names, and no one was ever able to copy it. We've also been trying to figure out what it's made from ever since it appeared. But it's impossible to analyze. After all, it appears to be made from common ingredients that can be found anywhere. But if you try to use those ingredients, all you'll end up with is a mundane hallucinogen like DMT. No. Sang Rouge requires a special recipe. The original recipe, which someone's been guarding this entire time. Someone who survived the incident in Le Carré.
I think she means us.
Immediately after they found Lisa's body, I went to go see Patricia, in order to interrogate her, of course.
So you told us.
But I was unable to meet with her.
She refused to speak with you, didn't she? That's so like her.
No, she didn't get the chance to. You see, she's gone missing.
What?
To put it more accurately, no one's seen her since the afternoon of the 28th. According to her employees, she shut herself up in her room for several months before she disappeared. But since that sort of thing happened often, they didn't think anything of it. On the morning of New Year's Eve, they noticed her window was open, and when they went up to check on her, she was gone. But no one knows how long her window had been open for. This is just my hypothesis, but on December 28th, a strange man visited Le Carré and was spotted near her mansion. That man must have found some way to lure Patricia into his car, the '89 Cadillac that he bought used. Then, the two of them drove north to Trenton, where they boarded a train to Boston. They would have arrived here around midnight on the 29th, or perhaps early morning on the 30th. I believe this man is the same Billy Bishop whose name was previously recorded by the airline. So, what do you think of my guess? I'd love to hear your opinion as a former FBI special agent.
Now we get it. We aren't persons of interest. We're the suspects. But what about our alibi?
What alibi?
I've had enough of your bullshit.
You expect me to believe you haven't taken a single step out of this room? That Agent Jones is your witness? Surveillance cameras can easily be tampered with, especially by someone like you, who knows all about how the FBI works. You're possessed by death. Go and take a look at your own face in the mirror. You look like the Grim Reaper. After you visited both Le Carré and Greenvale, you left a mountain of corpses in your wake. You can make all the excuses you want. I'm immune to them. Right here, right now, I want to know everything. You tell me the truth.
Yes! You're good, Belle. Damn good. You're brimming with potential. Don't you think she's the perfect partner for our last dance? What do you say, my fairy? Don't you agree? She's good. So good. What do you want to know? We've got nothing to hide. Go on. Question us. This is how it's got to be. Doesn't this remind you of something? You know what I mean, my fairy.
Awkward. And we're back.
Son of a... How did this happen in my town? God damn it!
The head and limbs were severed and lined up, according to the lines that were drawn with her blood. Just like migratory birds flying systematically across the sky. Hey, Zach, what do you think this means?
They're severed roots.
Severed roots?
This is the way the Clarksons kill someone when they want to cut him off from the family.
And how do you know about this?
Everyone in town knows about it. They're just too scared to talk.
What does the V stand for, then?
Beats me. What, you think I know everything now?
Vilitatio. It means quarrel in Latin. That's what the V stands for.
Latin. Intriguing, isn't it, Zach? There are no defense wounds on the corpse. In other words, Galena showed no signs of resistance when she was amputated. But, strangely enough, there are small traces of subcutaneous bleeding around the wounded areas. That's a vital reaction, which means she couldn't have been dead.
You mean...
Yes, that's right, Patty. Galena was amputated while she was still alive, and she never resisted.
Is that even possible?
It certainly isn't impossible. For example, if she was put to sleep with a drug, or if she desired the amputation herself.
Why would she ever desire that?
Mr. York, I'm sorry, but there ain't no way that could have happened.
How can you be sure of that, Melvin? Our world contains phenomena that could never be explained with logic. This is especially true for phenomena in which humans are involved. Do you really think all the facets of love and hate can be explained with logic?
Well, no, I don't reckon I do. Yeah, might be too early to rule out those possibilities, just like you say.
Zach, now we truly know just how deeply the Clarksons are involved with this. Patty, how long does it take to reach the Clarkson estate?
Just a short drive. You just gotta head west along the Mississippi. You can't miss it.
Got it. Thank you, Patty. By the way, Melvin, no matter how accelerated Patty may be, don't you think she's still a bit too young to see something like this?
Yeah, I was curious why
For
they
the
didn't
record,
just send her away.
I have no intent to instruct others on how to raise their children, but...
Holy moly, you're right! Patricia, CLG! Come on, sweetie. Kids shouldn't have to see stuff like this.
Daddy, it's too late now.
Alright, so there was a lot of dialogue and whatnot that was pretty important to the storyline, I'm guessing. So what we're going to do is we're going to let off here and pick up going into the... she was murdered in her holding cell. The Clarksons must be deeply involved. So we got to get to the sheriff. Oh, we're in the sheriff's office. But we got to get up to the lobby, and then we'll continue on. So we're just going to go ahead and end it here. And see what we make of it moving forward. I'll catch you guys in the next one.